restored the intelligence of heaven. My king will never add foolishness when it comes to the ideology of men. Excuse me, God is too big to make mistake for the second time on earth. That means if he made a mistake from creation, he has corrected it by himself. There's something about my king, my God. He's the only spirit on earth that has the ability to correct his mistake, because he will repeat it second time. If it is about God and men, God will never make mistake again about men. In the creation, he made mistake when he created man, and he regretted. From that point, he corrected himself. The Lord was so sorry that he has made men
on earth. And he was grieving his heart.
That was his first coming. He won't regret again. If it's about men, if they make mistake, he will punish them. But he that created them will never regret again. You know, in the beginning, he was taking the blame, he was attributing the blame, the mistakes of men to himself. But now, he's not taking the effort, the mistake of men to himself. Now, he's punished, he's going to judge men by their mistake. You didn't hear me? When he came the first time, he died for men. But hear me, on earth again, God will never die for any man. He learned in a very hard way. So God, this God I'm talking, the God of heaven, doesn't make mistake twice. Sir, if it's about God and men on earth, don't ever think that any man will die for you again. God will never die for you again. When he came to the earth the first time, he attributed all the mistakes of men to himself and submitted himself for the redemption of men. He used his head to carry all the mistake and sin of all men on earth, and he died. Sir, from that error, that transaction of the earth and the lamp, the first God that came to the earth, he has learned the transaction of heaven and earth. That was a period of learning. He's so intelligent. He has learned so much about men that, excuse me, in case you are here, if I tell you that God did not, if I tell you that God did not know that men will still make mistake, I'm lying. He knew. But he will never again die for any man. Every man will pay for his sin.
Genesis 6 verse 6.
In case you are hearing me, there is no God that will come to the earth again to die for anybody. Anything that brings him back to the earth is to punish people. Now, he's taking record of men's sin, not to abort it. He doesn't have any blood anymore, and he will never use his blood again to abort the sin of men. But he will use his blood, the blood in him now, to bring judgment to men. Why you must wake up to the actualization of reality on earth is that because there are mistakes you will pay.
Ezekiel 18:4.
You will pay for. Yes.
Behold,
all
souls are mine.
Behold, all souls are mine.
The soul of the Father.
The soul of the Father.
As well as the soul of the Son.
As well as the soul of the Son.
Is mine.
Is mine.
The soul whose sin shall die.
The soul that sin now. God is not saying that you are not his child, though. God is not saying that it's not your father. But what God is saying now is that all man will stand and give account of their life. So in case you are still here, joking with your life, play with your life, you will still pay for that life you joke with. God will not take excuse from men because of another person. I became careful. Since I know God did not listen to Adam as much as he loved Adam. He punished Adam because of Eve. I refuse to tolerate some certain things around me anymore. It better we end it that day. But my life should be preserved.